Today we're going to be talking about how to support a child with ADHD who has low appetite due to medication. Now this information also is useful for adults with ADHD, so if that's you, stick around too. My name is Dr. Taylor. I talk about healthy relationships with food for kids, so let's get into it. First, we want to maximize the calories of what they're already eating. So things like dips with everything. Dips are a great option. Choosing whole fat dairy over low fat dairy, and making sure snacks also include proteins and fat. So if they love fruit snacks, can we pair it with a glass of milk? If they love crunchy chips, can we add some guacamole to it too? I have a handout for how to maximize the calories and maximize weight gain inside of my Patreon. You can find that linked below. Tip number 2, we want to pack in the calories to breakfast before meds kick in and to a bedtime snack after the meds wear off. Depending on the age of your kids, especially if they're teenagers, we might have to adjust their morning routine a little bit to give them enough time to pack in those calories at breakfast. Ways to save time would be prepping the breakfast the night before or having easy grab and go breakfast options available, like microwave breakfast sandwiches, pre-made overnight oats, or smoothie packs in the freezer ready to blend. Consider a substantial bedtime snack or even a second dinner after meds wear off in the evenings. Something they enjoy, something that's going to fill them up, and something that's easy to grab and go as well. Now, while the meds have kicked in the middle of the day, lean into your kids' sensory preferences and what they like a lot. So if your kid is a sensory seeker and they seek out crunchy food, lean into that, especially for school lunches. Drinking things through a straw can also provide sensory input. So milkshakes, smoothies, and protein shakes can also be a great option here. When meds are really most potent in the middle of the day, that's not a good time to expect your kids to try new foods or explore foods they're not comfortable with. Next tip, set regular reminders for your kids to eat, and if they're older, if they're teenagers, ask them how they'd like to remind themselves. They might want to set reminders on their phone, they might want to use a planner, whatever works for them the best. Alexa, Siri, Google can be really helpful here. If your child is in elementary school or high school and they have a 504 plan or a health plan, consider adding in the ability to have shakes with them in class or extra snack times if needed. Have calorie-dense, grab-and-go options available for them both at home and in their backpack when they're at school. At home, keep things on the counter or in the fridge in clear bins so they are right there, easily accessible, and visible when they go for a snack. Okay, I'm gonna give you a list here. Here's some examples. Cheese sticks, dried edamame beans, shakes, smoothies, smoothie popsicles, yogurt pouches, yogurt drinks, granola, fruit bars, cereal with whole milk, microwavable meals, overnight oats, hummus and crackers, apple or banana and peanut butter or some sort of nut butter, crackers and peanut butter, graham crackers and peanut butter, frozen pizza, frozen sandwiches. Frozen meals are awesome too. I really like the options at Trader Joe's. I think they have a great variety there. So if you're in the States and you have Trader Joe's near you, that's a great option for snacks too. If your kid is bringing school lunches, send them foods that they enjoy and that they will actually eat. School lunches are not the time to try to test them with new foods or really push variety. You want to send easy to eat foods too. So things like shakes, pouches, yogurts. Don't send like a DIY Lunchable that takes a bunch of time to put together and it's going to be harder to eat or slower to eat. You want to send them things that are quick to eat because school lunches are short. Your kids are probably chatting and talking to their friends. So send them things that they can eat quickly and efficiently while they're doing all of that. And last tip here is model for your kids that hunger cues don't always come from their bellies, especially for kids with sensory needs or kids who struggle with interoception and aren't able to recognize their hunger cues as easily. Talk to them about things like, when my brain feels foggy, that might mean I'm hungry. Or, man, I have a headache. I think I need to eat something before I go into my next meeting. Or, did you notice how I got really grouchy and then I felt better after I got a snack? When I'm grouchy, that's something that tells me that I'm hungry. So you can talk to your kids about these hunger cues, but also modeling them for yourself in front of them, I think is super powerful. Okay, so I'm gonna put the list here of my tips and I'm gonna summarize them real quick for you so you can screenshot them or we can just like review. It'll take like 20 seconds. You ready? It's gonna be fast. Maximize the calories of the food that they're eating. Maximize breakfast and bedtime snacks as much as possible. Lean into your child's sensory preferences throughout the day to get in as much calories as possible. Set regular reminders or timers and encourage your teens to do the same. Consider adding in snacks or shakes to a health plan or a 504 plan. Have calorie-dense and grab-and-go options readily available. Send them foods in their school lunches that they'll actually eat and are easy to eat. And then model for your child that hunger cues don't always come from their bellies. Whew. Okay, I don't know if you noticed how much I struggled to get through that video. It's because I am hungry. So I'm gonna go eat a snack. Hopefully this video was helpful for you in supporting your kid with ADHD, or maybe even yourself if they or you struggle with low appetite due to medications. Make sure to like and subscribe so the algorithm brings you back here. I'm gonna go eat. You might wanna do the same. See you later. Today we're gonna be, I had way too much coffee this morning. I'm saying maximize too much. I'm like going out of my mind with this much caffeine, and it was just one coffee. I'm so sorry. Just a couple. Okay. Oh my gosh, here comes my dog, and his claws are so clicky. Consider having, oh my gosh. I think it's very ironic that my ADHD is raging right now when I'm making a video about ADHD. I hope that you are laughing at the irony of this too.